I don't know how familiar y'all are with this story, but a mother, Detroit mother, whose two children froze to death in a car. Okay. So the story goes, for those of you that are not familiar with the story, is they basically went homeless, and she was starting a new job in a little bit, but the kids were, I guess the heat had went out in the car, and two of the kids wound up dying from hypothermia. And she's about to explain exactly what happened. All right. Make sure I hit a like, but I'm going to go through this a little bit. So I'm going to play her part, then I'm going to play the father's part, and then we're going to come back and we're going to ask the question. All right, let's rock.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving. And I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please. Please, for me, just get up. Don't do this to me. And I tried to give him CPR because I'm a senior and a medical assistant. I've been working there since I was 17. I tried to give him CPR and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Freddie, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please. I saw the green and brown stuff come out his mouth. I instantly rushed him to the hospital. I was yelling out the window, stop, stop, stop. We got to get through traffic. My baby, he's dying. We get to the hospital. I told valet, can you go get some help? He took too long, so I got out the car to get help. They came to the car, instantly grabbed my baby out and said, get a stretcher. He's not breathing. Help. Cold blue. Everybody tried. I didn't even know my 2-year-old was dying. I was in it with my 9-year-old. And they brought her in right after they pronounced him dead. And my mama came to me, she said, Yaya. That's what we call her, but her name is Amelia. We just call her Yaya. And they said she wasn't breathing. And they pronounced her dead too. I asked everybody for help. I called out of state. I called cities I didn't know. I called cities people asked me to call. I even asked Detroit. I've been on cam list for the longest. Everybody now wants to help. After I lost 2 kids, I've been asked for help. I feel like it wasn't their time. I did everything I was supposed to do. They had everything. Everything they wanted. Only thing they didn't have was a house. But from electronics to clothes, anything they asked me for, my kids didn't even get whooped. I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost a 2-year-old. It hurt losing 2 kids in one night. You know, I don't wish this on nobody. And if you can get help, please go get help. Because I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm feeling. Just wherever you can get help from, if it's not from the city, the state, no other city or state, just go. Like, you don't have to suffer.
All right, so this story bothers me a little bit. All right, so in addition to that, now I am going to play the father of the 2 kids, and what he had to say, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, let me go ahead and put this up on the screen, and then we're gonna rock out. This is the father of the 2 kids.
Children had passed away.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. You know, people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
Say, I saw it. That's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she didn't.
You're muted.
I'm sorry. So that's pretty much that. So also for the people that may not be familiar, Novi, Michigan is a pretty wealthy suburb outside of Metro Detroit, probably about 25-minute drive tops, 20 minutes depending on where you are and what traffic looks like. So the question then becomes, in your opinion, who's at fault for these 2 children passing away?
I would say both parents can share equal blame, because like I've been through it, like splitting up, and you have a kid, and like you got to like put the emotions aside for the kid. At any point in time, a mom says, "Can you come get your kids?" and she didn't give me a reason. You don't need no reason. It's your kids. What you mean? Type of thing. Like when Angie say, "Can Ava come over?" I just say, "Yeah, whatever. See you in a little bit," type thing. But like, I don't. Do we know? Were they just sleeping in the car and they woke up and they were deceased? Is that how that happened?
Basically.
Yeah, it's both of them. Like he could have. I heard your morning show, and given his life, he could have put his kids in a better situation. And you at the gym, nigga, your kids in the car, like freezing to death. Nigga, most gyms got daycares. They could have hung out in the daycare, nigga, while you was on the treadmill, type of thing. So,
Slimmy, thoughts from a man without the kids? You muted, Slimmy.
Stop sleeping with people you don't want to have kids with. Stop. Just stop, man. That's the result of busting a nut in somebody you don't give a fuck about. Because ultimately, you don't give a fuck about your kids because of the person that had the kids. You don't like that woman, so you don't like those kids. That dude was stone cold. I ain't never seen nobody react like that to no children passing away in my life. This dude said, all the heartfelt stuff, you could keep it. Stone face. He did not like those kids because he do not like that woman. He has no feelings at all about that woman. And I don't think he feel nothing about them kids. He did not look hurt.
But see, let me say this though. And I want to go to Carrie and I want to go to Mika also. I hate to do it, but this goes back to a conversation that we had a few weeks ago where me and Carrie, and we was talking about Tia Mowry, and we were saying that, you know, what is best for the kids, and this is my opinion personally. I'm not speaking for Carrie or anybody else. And we were having a conversation and we was talking about what was best for the kids. And everybody was saying, nope, it don't matter about what's best for the kids. Go and make another motherfucking family. Fuck her and fuck them kids or whatever, so on and so forth. And it ain't about the kids. It's about your self-respect. It's about holding them accountable. It's about letting them suffer and all of this shit. And I said, and Carrie said, but wait a minute. Oh, and 2K. And then we said, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't just make a split second decision because it's too many other factors and it's about what's best for the kids. Also, in addition to how you feel about how the person is. And everybody was saying that we was wrong and all of that, right? So I'm gonna just throw that in there.
No, I don't think that apply to this.
How don't it?
Because they were never together.
Who wasn't ever together?
That dude and that woman, they wasn't never together.
Yes, they were. Dog, you got to realize them kids was like 6, 7 years apart. That was a 2-year-old and like a 9-year-old.
Yeah. I don't think they was ever together as no couple.
7-year gap, Slimmy?
I don't think there was no couple. They got 3 kids together, she said.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But it was like a 6, 7 year gap between the two that died. But both of them was his kids.
I don't think they're like. You got people that you sleep with often, but y'all not together.
You got the same random pregnant 3 times.
No, Slimmy.
No, it's not.
It's a difference between having one kid with a chick, but having 3, 7 years apart, that's crazy.
I don't think
she did not keep him from the kids, Colvin, because that flies in the face of what he and her said. That is not what they said.
Women in distress, nigga, they're gonna drop their pride and ask for some help. There ain't no way she didn't ask him to help.
He said that he talked to her.
Yeah. And he said that she didn't tell him why he needed to get the kids. That's just wild. That's crazy.
No, under no
on that day, she asked him for help. Because I couldn't tell.
She had been asking him for help up to
in general.
Because she had been in the car for over 3 months, and she was like, "Yo, I need you to come get the kids because I'm not in the position to be able to give them the life that they need right now because I'm struggling and I don't start a new job until whatever." Right? So, listen, think about it though. Even if you don't want to be with the chick and y'all don't want to bring the family back together, cool, I'm with that. How do you not? Because most guys that I know personally still want their kids. They will fight for their kids. They just think that family court is too difficult for them to have to deal with the nonsense and they have to jump through too many hoops. How do you say, no, fuck that, but you know that your kids is in that type of situation? That's what I'm trying to understand, right? No, but because obviously we know that you shouldn't be having kids if you're in that situation, and so she got to be responsible because the kids never asked to be here. Her accountability goes without question. The other side of it that I'm struggling with is, how do you know your kids is fucked up like that, and you still be like, nah, I got to go to the gym, my nigga?
Wait a minute. He said he didn't know that, though.
He knew.
How do you not know your kids is... Bro, for you, I talk to my daughter every single day, even when I'm not in town. How do you know for 3 months, and she calling you, how do you not know that your kids is fucked up? How do you not know the living situation that your kids is under? You could talk to the kid, and the kid a lot of times will tell you like, yo, dad, I'm cold. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a relationship with your kid, they will let you know what their circumstance is.
Yeah, but I don't, that's the thing. I don't think he, I don't think he care about them kids, man.
I agree.
I don't think he care about them kids. I'm not trying to judge the man. I'm only going by what I saw in his face.
I am. I judge like, women.
I gave it away.
Women. I judge women all day long.
He couldn't hide that shit, man.
Like, I judge women all day long. I judge them, but I am also an equal accountability smoke giver, and so I'm judging him too. I don't believe that shit, bro.
Did y'all see him crying? Because there's people in the chat saying he was crying.
I don't care about tears. Tears don't mean nothing to me. Whether you cry or not,
I didn't see him crying.
You could fake tears too. All right. I'm not. Sometimes people be all cried out because they've been crying for the last 3 days. I don't know about the tears. I'm only going based off of the circumstances of what both him and her said.
Yeah, I don't think he cared, man. But I also don't. Well, no, I'm just gonna go with I don't think he cared. So it don't matter.
I can't let my baby mama be homeless, bro. That's just me personally.
Man, that's
I
But
can't
you
let my
like if you it depends on what she was to you,
crazy,
man.
bro.
nah. I'm never listen.
I think for most men, it depends on what the woman
Nope.
initially. It depends on what the woman to you, how you let her
Never.
suffer through
Never.
life.
Never.
Anton,
Never.
Anton, you are different, and you, Slimmy, Quentin on different levels, right? Most men are exactly what Slimmy said. We've talked about this time and time again. I don't think men really care about children that they have with a woman that they don't care about. If they care about the woman, even if she goes, they're gonna keep chasing her. They're gonna keep chasing them children.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. If they don't care about that woman, they don't care about those kids either. They have no attachment.
Yo, somebody just sent me something of the dude of the father. Y'all want to see it?
Ah, shit.
That's just gonna make us mad.
And that shit makes Slimmy get closer to the camera.
I mean, if y'all want to see
Hey,
it,
chill, bro.
I
Is
showed
that
it
him
to
with
y'all.
another
Chill, Quentin.
woman?
Chill, bro.
This is
Chill.
him right here.
What's this?
Is that nigga kissing a dude? Is that a
It's
what?
a woman.
Is that Demi DeMai?
No, it's a woman. This is him.
He kissing a fat hoe.
Now,
Say thanks for everything.
No, chill out. It's tax season. You do dumb shit during tax season.
what's the date on that, Anton?
It was in a story, but this is really recent. January 19th.
It's tax season, nigga. I've done dumb shit. It's fine. There's nothing to
So
see
this
here.
was less than a month ago.
Nothing to see here. Fat bitches is in style, nigga. January to about March.
Not with that. Not that.
No,
Nigga,
Stop.
nigga, she
No.
probably getting about 15 racks back, nigga. I
no,
can.
I'm gonna tell you,
Man, bro.
I'm gonna tell you right
You
now.
got 15
I'm gonna
racks
tell
up
you right
front,
now.
but
If he's with her, if he's with her, and this is what happened with men who don't have anything. If he's with her and that woman called, I'm telling you right now, she's not for getting 3 kids, picking up 3 kids, and 3 kids ain't coming to my house. You let that.
hell no, they gonna get her snacks.
Nigga, I bet you that's a $7,500 kiss, nigga.
You know what?
You can say what the fuck you want.
You don't want nobody getting them motherfucking snacks.
But
Man.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
And then he said, and when he said, yeah, she called me. I'm telling you, a lot of women will ask for help and they'll play it up when they're not even in that situation. They'll play it up. They'll be like, I gotta work. I gotta do all this stuff. Like, I've seen it. So if she's really in that situation, I'm sure she said something. He was like, nah. He said exactly what he said. Nah, I gotta work. I'm out here.
I'll tell on
That's what he
myself.
said.
I'm not proud of it.
Both of them are trash.
The way that I treated my first kid in that whole situation about this random chick I got pregnant when I was young, from the way that I treated my woman of 7 years, it looked different. It looked really different.
That man didn't care.
Like the first child, I was like, I got served some papers and had to go take a test at the courthouse. And then the second kid, nigga, I took her to court to get my kid type stuff. So Slimmy's 1000% correct. and it took me probably longer than it should have to be a good person.
So somebody in chat says, how do you know? Right? When you go to court, you don't know, right? You bring facts and evidence and you prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Just from listening to them, you can put context clues together on how that conversation went. Then you can use experiences, things like how what? What'd you say?
What are you talking about? I guess I'm confused.
No, I said a question in the chat said, how do you know what he said?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I said, when you go to court, they don't actually know what you said. Unless you have like text messages or things like that, they don't actually know what you said on a call. But how things happen in a sequence, you can kind of put that together on what actually happened. Like, nobody's that dumb. And he said most of it. I've seen men say that. And she's trash too. And then what happened to the grandmother? If the grandmother
I think that nigga was living his. I think that dude was living his best life.
Yes, and he didn't.
Oh
want
yeah, no.
I think he was. I don't think he was thinking about them fucking kids.
No,
I think
that's
he was
the
living
truth.
his best life.
That's why I agree with
Said
Slim.
he was at the gym.
I don't think he was thinking
He
about
said
them.
he was at
Quinn's
the
right.
gym.
Quinn's
Well,
right. They
well,
got daycares
did he-
at the gym.
Well, he said, and I'm just saying what I heard him say. He said when she called him and told him that he was told him she was at the hospital, he was at the gym.
True.
He didn't say she called and I was like, I'm at the gym, I can't, whatever. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he
Well, I think the point is, nigga, if you at a gym, you have access to stuff.
I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that's not what he said, y'all. That's all.
Wait,
No.
I get him saying that.
Hold on, wait. What did he say?
He said he was at the gym when he got the call for the kids to go to the hospital.
I don't think that's the point. I think the point is you were at the gym while your kids are dying in a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but did he know his kids were dying in the car?
That's not the point. I'm not.
That is a big part of the point.
He has shucked and jive his responsibility while you over here trying to get some cardio in.
No. My point is that he's at the gym, like he living
like he had the means.
And
he has means.
Kids, and his kids.
I get it. Yeah.
They don't have a place to
I
live.
get what y'all. I understand that part, but y'all are also saying he's at the gym while your kids are dying implies that
I never said
he
that.
knew. That's what Quentin just said.
It implies that he has means.
No.
And Gary is saying that they're conflating two different things.
I'm not. If you're at a gym, if you're paying for a gym membership in America in 2025, you got some disposable income.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
You got disposable income, and you're not willing to help the mother of your kids, so they in a car dying because you don't want to help.
No. Okay, so this is where. Here's my opinion on it. I think that she is primarily responsible for the death of her children. Period.
Whoa.
I think that yes.
Okay,
yes.
I agree.
Yes, I think
yes,
because no, it's fine. I think that he is indirectly responsible because of the reasons that y'all are saying, the obvious reasons. Like, your kids are in a bad situation. Either you haven't been seeing them or you have been and like, how do you see your kids and they have no home and you don't know they have no home? So I agree with y'all. But in terms of their death, I 100% put that on her. 100%.
100% or like 95%?
100%.
Go ahead.
You leave your children in a car in Detroit. She's in Detroit.
Yeah.
In Detroit, in the middle of the winter. No.
Where did she go?
Bad judgment call. Period. Period.
She worked up. She worked up in the casino.
I don't care what job you have. I don't. You better bring them in and say, listen, this is the situation. Go find the guy. Whatever the case may be. We really should have been seeing a video about a woman with 4 kids following a man around in the gym, or a woman with 4.
I think that the way that they died, she said that she was waking them up to get ready to go to school. And
like she was in the car with them, and then she woke up as well, and they like died overnight.
I think that's the way that it played out. It was overnight,
and they were all asleep.
Yeah, and then those two didn't wake up.
Yeah.
If I'm not also saying that the 2-year-old was in a t-shirt.
But you responded.
That's true. That is true, Slimmy.
Carrie, everybody was responding to Slimmy when Slimmy said something about the father. The context saying that it was the father's fault.
So
he was saying
the context how they died. We arguing over semantics. However, the fact of the matter is that no matter what, you do whatever it is. And I will say that the city did do a press conference and substantiate the fact that she did call the city. She did call out-of-state resources, all of that type of stuff. There were family members that I guess didn't come to the rescue also, which does not negate, because it's nobody else's responsibility except for the parents. It does not negate the fact that the mother is always still going to be responsible for the well-being of the children. With that being said, Fuck as a man, bro. Listen, before
Okay.
I
Oh, go
before I
ahead.
came out here to DC for whatever business that I had to take care of, I had to make sure that everything was settled with my daughter and that you know what I'm saying? Everything was taken care of, everything is in place, everything got to be done this, whatever, so on and so forth. Everything has to be set. Everything got to be straight. I got to make sure that my daughter is straight before I do anything. And I'm talking about everything. I made sure that it wasn't no ice and no snow on her car, that she had a snow scraper inside of there, that it, you know what I'm saying, salt got to be at the house in order for the driveway to be done. But you know what I'm saying? Like I check everything. I made sure that there was gas in her car, all of that. I don't under fucking stand that shit, bro. And personally, me, I cannot let the mother of my kid be fucking homeless with my kid there too. Now, if she on her own and she just doing fuck shit, then that's a whole nother situation. But with my kid, I can't, bro. Just me personally, I can't. I just can't. That's crazy, bro. The well-being of my daughter is very much tied to the well-being of the person that she's staying with. It's weird to me, man. It's just weird.
Yeah, that's why I said they're both at fault. But we already know the reason why we were having the conversation about the father is because we already know why the mother's at fault. She shouldn't have been having those children anyway. She had one couldn't take care of him with that dude. She had two couldn't take care of him with that dude.
This is the problem right here. This is the problem right here. I think that we've gotten so off track in holding women accountable that we don't even hold ourselves accountable anymore.
Nope.
What the fuck? This y'all do y'all know where Novi, Michigan is? It is a very well-off place. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I want to know where y'all live that y'all getting $10 gym memberships, nigga.
They're talking about Planet
Fitness. You know, Planet Fitness. You could get.
It's not here. Not here, nigga. Nigga, it's $10 for the first month.
That's why my gym is in my house.
And we don't know that he had full membership. He could have been on a
very clear
trial.
for the people in the chat. She was not in the casino. She was in the casino parking structure because it was safer than parking on the street in downtown or any other portion.
It had to be cold as fuck. You're in a garage in a car. It had to be cold as fuck.
But see that to me that matters because I took it as she went into work. I thought somewhere in there I heard she got a job.
She had just got another new job as a CNA. She was not working yet. She had got a new job to start working, and she was parked in the casino parking structure, which was free. And it was safer because they have security and stuff like that versus parking on the street somewhere random, you know what I'm saying, where it's not as safe.
So she was in the car with her kids when they died.
As far as I know, they were sleeping overnight. And she said when they woke up, two of them were passed away, as far as I know.
Okay. So that changes things a little bit to me. That definitely pushes it back onto both of them. I still have to hold her more purely because they're with her. Just because they were with her. But I thought she left them in the car. It sounds now that I have the context.
But the kids were still like t-shirt and whatever, and the other one had
that's trash.
All of that. I mean, it was still bad. Like, it's no way that we can make it good.
It's not okay. Right.
Like nobody, the aunts, the uncles, nobody. And then when he said,
well, she said that people didn't want to help until after they died. She said everybody want to help now. So.
Right. But then when he said, oh, she called me. She didn't tell me that they were homeless, but she called me. And I was just like, yeah, I'm out here.
So here's the thing, because
he said they stay far.
And with this situation, it's unfortunate that nobody completely took 100% responsibility for the fact that they had kids, whether it's him saying, I know you don't have a house, give me my kids, or whether it's her saying, I don't have a house, you need to take your kids because I'm not going to have them out here in the cold. Because neither one did that, it does make it difficult to really know what the story was. Again, it doesn't make it better because they died. But to your point, Mika, just as much as, you might have heard girls spin a story one way, guys can spin it another way. So we don't know if she wouldn't tell him her real situation, because some girls might front about it,
That's why I
or
said. That's
he
why I
did.
said. Yeah, that's why I said
But
it's
that,
both of them. And
but that's
then
why, like,
she said that dumb stuff of I bought. They had everything they wanted. They just didn't have a house. Then why you're buying stuff? Like both of them got on my nerves. That's what I'm trying to say. Both of them got on my nerves.
and that,
Yeah, the
and
woman
that's the
talking was
unfortunate
just
part.
the woman talking was
That's the
crazy.
unfortunate
Yeah, she's like,
part.
She
oh,
was saying,
I got them everything. Then why are
no,
they in the car? The stuff
no,
that you
you
spend on the
didn't.
electronics.
Yeah,
In a, I don't care if it's a Motel 6. What was that lady that had like the 40 kids? But the one lady that was like, who gonna pay for these kids? At least they were in a motel.
but that's the thing though. You got them devices. How they gonna charge if you ain't got no house?
That's what was
In
pissing
the
me off.
car.
It
Oh,
was
you can
In
you
the
can
car.
charge anywhere. You can
no,
charge
In the
they
car.
don't
cars.
they
Or
don't
go to
need
the hotel. You can go to the
You
library.
can
You
only
can go
charge
to
one at
Starbucks.
a
You can
time.
go.
and then hold on. What
I'm
about
just saying.
all this? What about all this government? Right?
That's true.
What about welfare? What about we're paying taxes? This is who it's for. This is who it's for. Nothing, no shelters, nothing.
No,
No
I'm
it's
not trying to
all
be
of
funny.
this
Is she
stuff.
on? Is she on? Do we know anything about her
We
being
don't. All
on?
we know is what I played. Honestly,
Because the
I'm
weird
gonna
thing
be.
about that video is and I know I know you said you don't care if you saw tears or not, Anton, but it was something weird about how she was able, like, telling the story with nothing, like no
Yeah,
tears.
you know what?
I know where you're getting
Honestly,
at, Carrie. I
it's
know where you're
it's so
getting at.
hard for me to try to put all of this shit together. Just
Because it's so messed
because
up.
it's so many moving parts, so many different people that you can lay blame on. You can also like throw in the fact that we put in billions of dollars in resources for illegal migrants that walk across the fucking border, but it take you all of this shit to be able to get help. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your own American citizens, and we don't have the resources and we not fully staffed for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go down a rabbit hole, but really what it just tells me personally is aside from the blame that we assign on the parents, it's so many different fucking broken steps that's in there that something along the way should have been able to catch this. Whether it be your federal government, your local government, you know what I'm saying? Housing, shelter, parents. It's no fucking way that in 2025 we should have kids dying in the car overnight with all of these fucking steps and all of these taxes that we pay and all of this community support that we supposed to have. This shit should never happen in no way,
For
shape, or
sure.
form. It should never happen in no way, bro. This is crazy to me that it got caught. It never got caught. For three
Two of
months living
them. Like,
homeless with
that's
children in the
crazy.
car. Nobody noticed. Nobody paid attention. No family members came to the rescue. No father, whatever. This nigga over there kissing on a wildebeest, talking about he living his best life. How the fuck is this? How is this real? This like it just don't seem like it's
Nobody
real
cares.
life to me. It just don't seem like real life. It's crazy to me.
No, nobody cared, Anton. And normally, a lot of the times when people do sleep in cars, I've seen people document their life in cars, and the police roll up on them. You can't sit here. You can't be here. You're in this parking lot. Like they have security in parking lots. Nobody saw that this car is still there after everybody else is gone. I don't know. It just seems like at every turn, everybody failed those children, and that's what makes me so mad.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be, and this gonna sound. I don't think she cared about them kids.
She did not.
And and I mean to the point where, like, I'm not gonna say she did it, but to me, it seemed like she was trying to lighten the load. Because why would you just how could you continue to sleep in freezing temperatures? Like there ain't no way. There ain't no way. You got
Have y'all ever
devices.
slept? Have y'all ever slept in a car overnight before?
Yeah, you keep that mug running though.
They said it ran out of
No.
gas.
I tried it before when I got mad at Rita back in the day. That shit didn't work at all. That shit did not work at all. I was like, you know what? That was when we around the time when we first got married, and I was like, you know what? I ain't about to be here and shit. But then I was too cheap to go rent a hotel room. And so I said, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm a man. I'm gonna eat this shit. I'm gonna stay in the car and watch. Man, that shit got so cold. I was like, I'm getting hey, listen, I'm sleeping in my own house that I paid for. Fuck what you talking about. I can't imagine, not even a little bit. I can't imagine even a little bit, bro. 3 months? Fuck.
I did it trying to drive down the turnpike. I started falling asleep. I pulled over to one of the rest stops and went to sleep in the car.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever done it.
3 months. 3 months.
It's uncomfortable.
I mean, but what the flip side is in her mind, she might have been like, what else do I do? Like, what else do? And again,
wait a minute. I just thought about something.
I'm just saying. Oh, go ahead.
If you got devices and you don't have a place to live, you pawn that shit for money and you stay in a fucking hotel.
But that's
for what?
3 months, so Slimmy.
For one night.
You gotta be able to. If these
you
kids
pawn a device,
you can pawn a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna tell you,
having communication is more than staying in a hotel.
She still needs to have a phone.
A community.
We skipping over something that she got, and I said this before because these chicks be talking all this stuff. That lady that hit rock bottom.
Yeah,
and you gotta say there's a level of like mental illness here.
Like something's going. Something is going wrong. There's no welfare. She's a woman, if you know what I mean. Like nothing worked. Like nothing. Like,
I think
but I believe that too because
don't make sense, man. My fault, Carrie.
No, my fault, Quentin. Go ahead.
It's all good, Carrie. It's on you.
I was just gonna say, I mean, we don't have the resources in play all over the place for everybody. I mean, I'm sure in all of y'all states there's homeless people. Some of them are parents. They got their kids with them. So, I mean, it's believable. Like, in fact, there's a lady, she has this thing, it's called Mama Underground Railroad. And she basically collects money through Facebook for people. I'm sure her heart is breaking at this story for situations just like this, where people can send in money so that she can help to get people off the street, especially if they have kids. So on one hand, I am like, you could have did more, da da da. On the other hand, I'm saying that with my mentality. I'm saying that with what I would do, but I don't know the mental state that she was in 3 months in that situation. That could weigh. That could do a lot to your mental. And I don't know if drugs are involved on top of that. So that's a whole nother thing.
There's probably like a whole part of this story that we don't know about.
I'm sure.
And her dealings with her family, because I had a family member, my uncle, he died under a bridge in the cold. That's where we found him. And everybody was like, why the fuck I didn't take him in? Because he burned all the bridges in the family. Yeah. And you can't stay with us no more. Type of thing.
No, I feel you on that. No, that's some real shit. But I think that people are less likely to focus on that when it's not children involved.
Yeah,
I think you get an extra gear. You get an extra few gears of grace when you start to talk about kids.
But she said that too. Also, she was like, everybody kept saying they didn't want to take all these kids. They didn't want to deal with all these kids.
I've had people.
She asked everybody.
I've had people in my family. I don't really talk about this, but I remember one time somebody had did a live stream about me, and it was like, Anton got an illegitimate son. Anton got an illegitimate son. What happened was I had a cousin who wind up getting, what I'm saying, getting into bad situations or whatever. And so she wound up having 3 kids. We split the kids up and we wound up all taking in a different kid, you know what I'm saying, amongst the family to make sure that the kids didn't survive, but while she had to go and figure that shit out on her own. And so we all kind of raised the kids on our own. Um, my nephew, I'm gonna just call him my nephew, which I kind of treated him like a son. He was staying with my grandmother, but my grandmother was too old to really be able to get him together because he was in high school. So then I was like, nah, you come and stay with me, big dog. Because he had crashed on the couch at my house one day. And I was like, hey, you could just stay with me, big dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make sure you good. So I got him a bedroom. I make sure that he was straight and all of that. My point is that you gotta kind of have a community when you fucked up, because even when you hit rock bottom, a lot of times, if you ain't got no community to really be able to take the kids, fathers was nowhere to be found and all of that shit. So we kind of played that role of, you know what I'm saying, stepping in and being a community for those kids that wound up turning out pretty well. Um, and then, you know, once they became grown, they wound up going to find out what was going on with their mother and stuff like that. But my point is that it's hard, bro. It's hard as hell to really put the pieces of this whole thing together. And I don't, honestly, it's more sad when you start to see like the sister and all of these people that say, oh, you know, why y'all holding her accountable now? Because they didn't step up either. They didn't step up either. Really, the measure of who your people are that really care about you is who holds you down, not even holding you down. Who steps in when you need them the most for the things that's the most meaningful to you? And that's how you know who your community is. Real talk. Because even when you hit rock bottom, the kids, somebody got to pick it up. Somebody got to pick that shit up. So, you know, I have, dog. I've had grown fucking men. You know what I'm saying? He was a grown man. He's tall as hell. His nigga was slimmy size. Fucking sleeping on my couch. He seriously sleeping on my couch. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And you just became a de facto step baby daddy because she fucked up and you got to take in a family member's kids and all of that stuff. And then my brother over there with another one and my uncle over there with another one. And it's fucked up, bro. Dealing with all of their trauma and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Growing up, my one of my friends in school, I think her dad or her uncle, you know, stabbed her mother up. And she just came, you know, to my house like it was a regular day.
Yeah.
She didn't want to go home. And we found that out. And so she ended up staying with us for a couple of weeks.
It's hard, man.
Her mother didn't even know where she was, but my parents were just like, it's okay, you can stay here. And this is, you know, a child they know from nothing, really. Just a friend from school. So I'm just like, somebody, like you could, somebody knock on doors. Like, I don't got it. Can you help me with my kids?
But she did call the father. She called the father first.
That's what pisses me off, Anton. And
it's not like she did reach out and say,
nah.
All of this, and again, it doesn't absolve her in my mind from responsibility.
Right.
But it's hard for me to say 100% on her when she called the father and said, yo, I'm fucked up.
It's like 60-40. It's 60% her fault. It's more her fault. I agree with Carrie. But I do think when the mom calls you, like, you can, if she's like, get the kids, just get the kids. Like, it's partly yours. Like, what's wrong with that? Well, I'm working. But you at the gym. So you got some free time sometimes. Or call somebody. Your mom, your something. I'll get them when I get off. Something.
And then somebody in chat saying he said she didn't ask his family members. Nigga, it's your kids. It's your kids, not your family members' kids. It's your kids, bro.
Well,
You
and a
ask
lot
your
of
family
people.
That's
members.
why I agree with Slimmy.
You ask
He
your
don't
family
like them
members.
kids.
Nigga, it's your family members. It's your kids, bro.
He don't like them kids on her.
Them your kids. Them ain't your family members' kids. Them yours. You figure that shit out. Shit. All right, you know what? Hey, baby wildebeest over here that I'm kissing. I can't fuck with you this month. I gotta take care of my goddamn kids this month. That's the conversation you gotta have. Hey, baby wildebeest. I can't go to the club this month. I can't go to whatever spot. I'm sorry, but I gotta really focus on this shit. I gotta grow the fuck up right now.
I'm gonna say this though.
Hold on, Slimmy. Carrie said something. I was trying to hear what
No,
you said.
I was just gonna say that a lot of people, and again, none of this is to excuse anything or nothing like that, but a lot of people really struggle with asking for real help. Like, for real, I'm down and out. I need help. And you know, maybe I'm even thinking of some situations, you know, just in my own life where it worked out, me figuring it out, or me and my husband figuring it out, or me and my, even when I, you know, when I was a kid, my parents figuring it out, but somebody else might have been in the same situation and it went wrong, and it might have been, why didn't you ask for help? So even like knocking down doors and going to some people would have been like, I don't need you to tell your family member, I'm gonna go find your family members. But then there's a lot of people who they'll just suck it up. So I don't know what gems of wisdom we take.
Everything. She said she
No,
called the city, out of state,
I
everywhere.
believe that, Anton, but for some people, again, I'll stick with using myself. It's easier for me to ask someone I don't know for something, in like, okay, I might call here to ask you this before I would call a family member, before I might call a friend. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's hard for some people to ask for help. I don't know what the lesson is out of this. Pride, to ask for help. I don't know, for fear that it'll come back on you, that people will use it against you, probably a lot of different levels to it. Because in my mind, I'm like, even if he doesn't want to call his family, why didn't you? But then I had to be like, Carrie, realistically speaking, in the moment, you might not have called his family members. You might have focused on your own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, oh, I hate this. Anton,
Let me say
had this
this.
on your show this morning, and I did not watch your show this morning purely because of this topic.
No,
I
it's something
hate,
we got to
I
talk
hate,
about. We talk
I
about a lot of
know.
things. We
I
got to
keep
talk
seeing
about
those
it.
two kids. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
No, that's exactly you right. You right, Carrie. I told Anton that earlier. He told me one of the topics. I said children. I was like, you know how I feel about
It's
children.
so hard.
Let me tell you something. This dude is well put together. And they talking about selling her shit. Let me just show this really quickly, and then we can move over into the next section. I just want to show this really quickly.
Woo! Sorry.
This nigga is well put together, bro.
He's
He
warm.
got on the Nike Tech. He nice
Fresh
and bundled.
braid. You got a retwist yesterday.
Going to the gym, getting himself together. He not suffering. He not suffering, bro.
His braids ain't dusty. He just got that shit done
Like,
yesterday.
real talk, he not suffering. So, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's a.
And he's warm. And he's warm.
He's warm. That's what I saw. I saw he's warm.
That nigga hot. With all that shit on, that nigga's hot. He ain't warm.
Right.
He layered up. He layered
that nigga
the
didn't take
fuck
some
up.
shit off.
So
why you that baby
there's
sitting in the back?
probably
Like,
so
if anything, he could have dropped one of them coats off, dropped some blankets off.
That coat would have got some extra hours.
If I'd have
so
known
many
that this
more.
happened, and that know that the camera's about to be finding me and where I'm at, I'm gonna be out there looking like nights like this.
Yep.
I wish
raindrops would fall.
I'm gonna be looking like David Ruffin on crack.
Take it right off.
I'm gonna be looking bad out here, like fuck.
It's stupid. Because it's stupid.
I'm gonna be looking dumb as hell. I'm gonna be cracked out. I'm gonna be something. Give me some drugs.
I'm just down bad. I can't help.
I'm not coming outside fresh.
Nope.
Let me grow some hair so I can look like I got the mange in my head. All of that shit, bro.
I will say this though. This is why it's hard for me to like. And there's a lot of people saying I ain't in touch with reality, but I do know this. Like in the homeless community, they find ways to stay warm and they find ways to find shelter in some of the strangest places. One of those strange places is the bus shelter. All the bus shelters, they gotta eventually kick people out. Then once they kick them out, they ride the bus all night. You know what I'm saying? And all day. She literally could have got on the bus. And I believe the bus in Detroit is free, ain't it?
Yeah, they got I know a lot of homeless people. I know that they're pretty resourceful. But a lot of times homeless people and drug addicts, they know they got the moves. You know what I'm saying? They know the plays, they know what time what it's gonna open, they know what time this store open. You know what I'm saying? They move different because they used to it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's I don't fucking know.
Oh no, I'm just like you didn't get no food stamps, you couldn't sell no food stamps, couldn't do nothing, like something.
It's a tragic situation. It's very, very unfortunate. It's tragic. Even I mean, if I would have known about it, I would have helped personally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
it's so fucked up because, and you know what else is so funny about this? And then I'm gonna read super chats. I see women every single day on TikTok begging for money. They get on there with their tears and they be like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do." They had a cash app at the bottom of the screen. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then the people in the comments and there's some bunch of simp niggas be sending them some money and shit like that. I see.
What is that thing called? You could what is the thing called where everybody always
GoFundMe.
money?
GoFundMe's?
Yeah. What's up?
I see chicks begging all day long, bro.
That would have been a good, actual good GoFundMe.
Use the motherfucking devices that you was talking about.
I don't think
they
that.
said,
Listen, we
they
look
said
at
that the daddy started one after they was dead or something.
Come
It's too
on,
late
man. Who
now.
cares about when they pass away? It's pointless now.
Yeah, it's too late now.